Where is everybody? Sorry, I came a bit late. Anyone around? And I'm sure that
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
sent this, I sent the YouTube link. I hope you
Present,
sent
ma'am.
the
Present.
YouTube link to your friends. Sorry, please.
KYD class kid. Asa.
Not with me. Only used it to eat bread one day. It's in the office. I already can't see. Goodness. Sorry. Let's see. So I'm just really trying to. So where did we stop the last time? Where did we stop the last time, please? I thought I'm seeing what was our last talk? I knew I tried to quickly round up some things. Let's see. Nobody's responding to, okay, slide. Someone says slide 22. Thank you very much. That means you are really up into the thing. God bless you, real good. So we have okay, so today I think we are starting with, thank you, Jimo Ashake, God bless you. So let's quickly move on and not take much time, okay? So today I want us to see how far we can go because we are really, really behind. And then we ought to have finished it. I'm thinking, I'm praying we can finish this in as much as I like to explain, but it's taking too much of our time. But let's see what we can do today. Capacity to contract. I want in the chat box, what is the meaning of capacity? When you hear capacity, what comes to you? What comes to your mind? Okay, let's see if I can show my video a little today. Just think I'm looking tired. Oh, ability. Thank you. Why am I even saying that when I have opened the, well then, ability. All right. More or less like the ability to do something, right? So when we are saying capacity to contract, that is the ability to be a part of a contract. Now, the general rule is that everybody is fully capable to be involved in a contract. So invariably, there is no limitation under the law. I'm talking about general view. So you don't go around, okay? Generally, under the law, everyone has the ability to be involved in a contract. But then there are certain limitations when it comes to this ability. And the limitations are towards children, and we call them infant-in-law, insane persons, persons of unsound, drunken persons, illiterate persons, and corporations. Corporation, I mean companies. Now, let's see how far we can go. I won't delve too much into this because of our time. The essence and the reason why the law tried to bring about limitation when it comes to this set of people is the place of, is because the law is trying to protect these people from being exploited. Now, I'm sure that we are human beings, there is possibility of infants being cheated. There's possibility of an insane person. People can ride on their insanity to cheat them. Also, illiterate persons. When you know this person cannot read and write, or that cannot read and write when it comes to a certain language, there's high possibility that fraudulent people can cheat them. So the law tries to protect them, and that's why we have to treat capacity to contract. So by the time we start, you finish school and you start doing your business, you start working with a company, or you own your own company, you need to be careful with age. You need to be careful with the type of people you are involved with. You just don't commence a contract, especially when it's that which has to do with a huge sum of money. You don't just commence a contract within 2-3 minutes and conclude the contract without trying to look at the searching for this person, doing like a background check. Because some people, we can have infants and some of them can come with ID card of an adult, you know. So it is for you to do your own proper background check. And there are some people, they are lunatics. I mean, persons of unsound minds, please. Sorry for that. In law, we call them lunatics. But just to be modest, I would like to use persons of unsound minds. There are some persons of sound minds that they have lucid period. They have period that they are okay. You may meet them at the time when they are okay, and the time when they are signing the contract, they have gone back to insanity. And so you need to have a proper history, a proper background of people before you commence contract with them. So I want us to start with infants. All right? So in the case of infants, for example, infants generally under the law, generally, before the advent of new laws, infants are generally seen as persons that are below the age of 21 years. Below the age of 21 years. So what do you think about this law? Do you think it's okay to say an infant should be 21 years? Is 21 years okay? That below 21 years, you cannot be seen to be involved in a valid contract because you don't have enough understanding, or you can't think deeply, you can't think well. So some people are saying yes. Do I have a no, or we should just go ahead with the yes? Okay, some people are saying no. Some people says a person, is it Malcolm said 25 years? Oh. Anyways, I want you to think of the fact that the world is now a global village. And with the advent of technology, there is now opportunity for people to not get experience through things that happen to them, but they can get experience through the internet. You know, if you want to go into a contract, you can always go and ask questions through the internet. You now have opportunity with technology. Technology has made experiences, gathering experiences, it had made it simple, or would I say simpler? And so with the fact that it has made it simpler, don't you think, I'm just asking now, I'm not trying to force my opinion on you. Don't you think with the advent of all of these things, 20 years is too much to be said to be experienced? Don't you think 20 years is too much? I want to hear from you. So now, on that, let me just give you this place so I don't waste my time here. I'll go back there. So, yeah, I said the answer to the question, who is a child, will have to be put in context as to the definition. Sorry. Definition varies depending on the circumstances, either criminal, marriage, and all of that. So, of course, when you are talking about infants, you also need to look at, is it a criminal offense? Is it civil? Now we are in a civil environment. So for children, when it comes to criminal liability, we have some between the ages of 12 below, between the ages of 14 and 17, they have different category. But in our own part, which we are doing now, we are working on civil law, which is law of contract. We now have the Child Rights Act, all right, which says that a child will be below the age of 18. Now, it started from British. At some time, the British, they reviewed their law, amended it to be 18, and subsequently, we also looked into it. And in Nigeria now, in a lot of states now, we now have the Child Rights Law and also the Child Rights Act, which says that a child is anybody below the age of 18. That is not to say that all the states have agreed to it. States like Kano and Zamfara hasn't agreed to it, and so they haven't enshrined this into their law. They haven't adopted them into their state's child rights laws. So I want to, I used to ask this question every year. Why do you think that states like Kano and Zamfara has not embraced this law and adopt it in their own state laws? Why? What comes to your mind? Zamfara law counters it. Religious child. Good job. Thank God I'm getting this from you. So more or less, religious, child marriage, and every other thing had caused, they are some of the reasons. Anyway, it's our opinion. Because we are not in their mind, we are just assuming. Because we are intellectual, we are allowed to think, to give opinion. And so we are just thinking, oh, maybe it's because of the fact that they are still involved in child marriage, because of their religion, because of Sharia law. Will Sharia law agree that you peg? Under Sharia law, I think I wrote something like that here. Under Sharia law, a person is said to have reached puberty when they start developing every, I think for ladies, they start having breasts. For guys, I think it has to do with some specific parts of their body that it has shown, it will show that they are adults. For example, physical maturity. And there are ways that they are able to get that done. They check that through the direction, through the I would say direction in Sharia law. So they don't look at age according to years. They determine age according to the prescriptions or the outline requirements of Sharia law. And so with them, they haven't embraced that. But then that is not to say that we shouldn't peg it. Now we are pegging it in contract at 18 years old. So we have categories of contracts that are binding on an infant. And such contracts are... Now, I'm going to drop this link with you now. Let me see. You see now? What is this? Okay, let's see if this can be here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to drop this link. Let me see for now. So that you can... So when I drop this link, I expect that you quickly act on it. Okay, and this will help. Okay, let me see. So I hope you cannot see this link. So I want you to quickly go into the Google form and start answering the question. That's I hope you can hear me. So quickly start the quiz. I've been giving you this warning for the past 3 weeks now that we are going to have an impromptu test. Okay, so
I think we need an access.
Okay, let me quickly go in
Ma,
there.
we need an access. Yes, ma, thank you.
No, I thought that I had to remove that. So how many people will I then? Okay, so let me go here. And first of all, I should stop sharing. We have limited time. Okay, let me do this first.
Please, we can't access it.
Time is going on.
Please, ma. Sorry, ma. Please, we can't access the link. Link is blocked currently. It's the question for access, ma.
Your machine.
I'll see. Let me do some.
They're trying. Please, are you sure you are using your school email? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma.
Are you using the
Yes,
school
ma'am.
email address?
I feel you
Yes.
locked it. There's a place you have to open it. That is the reason why it's requesting for access, ma.
I just want you to go there now again, and I hope you are using the school email address.
I'm not using my school email. I'm using my personal email, ma.
You have to use your
For
school
my
email,
Zoom.
please.
For my Zoom.
It's only open to the school. Now, go and access it again and quickly answer the question.
But if you check the output type for the they have the information section.
I have set timer and it will go on off anytime soon.
No, please, I don't know the school email.
No, please, I can't access it.
Ma,
There's
please, I
nothing I
can't
can do
access.
now. You can only use your school email address.
Ma, I don't think we don't have personal access to our school email, so we cannot use it. We only have access to our own personal email.
No. You have access to it. If your email,
And
if your school email is on your
form.
phone, it will actually access it because that's
No.
how I can gather my results.
Ma, we can only do that
Now
on
the school
LMS,
email
not
You
is
better
like
quickly go and do it
Microsoft.
now and don't talk too much. Oh.
We can
Ma,
only do
it
that with
is so.
LMS.
The
We
student
can't do
just
it
use that
with
thing.
Zoom.
Ma,
LMS.
Student just
Hello,
use
ma.
ma,
that.
the email you are talking about is for Microsoft. It's not for Google.
Yes, if excuse me, ma. Can you hear me?
A
The
student
link,
just tried
the link
using the
is
school
asking
email, ma.
for
It's
We are
not
request.
trying
working.
it with the Microsoft account, still not going.
It's not going.
Not going, ma. With the school email, it's not going.
It's not going. Still
Ma,
the
this
same
is the
thing.
Google form, no.
So good evening, ma. On your Google form, I think you can change the request to anybody with the link. So that's what you should do, ma. Because people with the Microsoft account for the school email is still saying that it's not working for them. So you have to change it on your Google form to um open the form for anyone that is with link.
It's bringing something like untitled form, and I can't find the questions, ma.
Yes, ma. You have to also change the restriction to anybody that is with the link, so we can all answer the question, ma.
Okay. Oh,
Ma, please, the form is not still opening.
Yeah, I don't want us to waste the day. Okay, let's see what we can do.
Please, so have anyone been able to access the link? I beg, let us know. If you have been able to
I
access the link,
swear.
please let us know.
You haven't done it.
Guy, please be serious, be serious. This is not the time for joke, I beg. If you have been able to access
Shut
it,
up,
let us know, I
Jerry.
beg.
Because what they buy.
Please, people should talk. Oh, this first test, I beg.
Lol.
Yeah, 400 level. This is phone.
Who said they funded it? Oh,
Ah, voila, wow.
I don't get the YouTube. It's on this thing now. It's on the group. On the. It's on the. You don't talk this. You don't talk it.
So this woman has to be training. When
Shall people say it's begin with that?
So everybody who has finished their questions.
They play. I beg you.
No, you
Mute
can't
yourself.
access
I want
the
to hear you
yourself
from the
now.
chat box, please.
Man,
Adewumi
nobody.
Ibrahim, how do you know nobody had done it? Have you seen my answers?
The link is not working now.
What is happening? Why am I listening? Why am I hearing? Okay. So let me just go to my inbox.
Still asking for access code though.
Okay, now I've opened it. Quickly go there now. The clause I may have is that I set a timer. Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we
What
can
is
hear
working?
you.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Ma'am, we can hear
Have
you.
you gained access?
Yes,
Yes,
ma.
ma. It have
Are
opened,
you
ma.
done? Are you done?
We just
Just get
open
the
it now, ma.
Better be fast because it's just 5 minutes time now. So be fast and submit on time. You guys, don't worry. This Gen Z, we'll do it together. You'll not frustrate. None of us will be frustrated. So let me quickly go to while you are answering the questions. Where's my timer? I have my timer somewhere. Okay, please have we shared it with those on YouTube? I'm sure the class reps will have done that. I hope those on YouTube I know. So let me quickly drop it with them too. Let me see YouTube. So that nobody will be feeling cheated. Okay.
Moments that we hold dear. With the big mission, come along. Let's go and make every day a moment for life. Each time a big delight.
Did you see one of
Makes
it?
everything
Oh my
feel
God.
just right. So come along. Each time.
So that's it for those. That's for those oh God, my head.
It's your moment to save big. Enjoy amazing discounts when you buy your favorite room appliances, such as TV, AC, refrigerators, gas cookers, washing machine, and lots more. Hurry now to any leading dealer store nationwide. Terms and conditions apply. Happy memories begin with food. No. In this life, it's what you do behind that shows in front. That's why I roll with Cosmo deodorant. No sweat, no
Excuse me,
stains,
ma. It
no
is not
odor.
accepting
Just that
responses
confidence
again.
boost. Premium or nothing.
Okay, so I'm going to expand it so that you can send in your response.
All day freshness, 7 days a week. It's Cosmo or nothing. Cosmo or nothing. Cosmo deodorant from GDS Cosmetics. Wow! So it now comes in a brand new pan. Don't worry. It's the same trusted quality goodness, and don't.
Ma, it is still not accepting response.
Mike is not accepting any response.
You better go there now and send it again because I've removed it. Now go and lock it in. I'll go and shut it off immediately, please.
Man, just
You have enough time to do all this. So.
No,
it's not working.
no.
I've set it's off now. So you better go and submit and find your way around it.
Mike
Yeah,
is
like
not
this.
uploading. It is saying only one person has uploaded. Which is like the
Ma,
first personal assessment.
I'm trying to go back to the questions, but it cannot go back to the question again, and it's saying I cannot submit again.
We're unable to upload it, ma. There's only
Only
one
one person has
response.
submitted. Only one person has submitted.
Someone is not is saying
That's not accepting response.
Man, this is not accepting response. Since
Man, it's not accepting response. It's only one person that submitted.
and it's only one person that has concluded. Yes.
That person that completed, that person has two heads. How did the person get it done?
Only one person.
You better go and concentrate because I'll close it. Oh,
Ma, it is only one person that is able to
okay,
The
keep
upload.
link is
talking
not
now.
currently going.
The link is closed, ma.
The link is already closed. That's why it's not accepting response. The link is already closed.
I
Yes.
tried logging in again with the link, and I can't even access it
And
again.
because you can only do it once. That's the setting. You can only do it once.
Man, that
But we're
one
not
already
able to
it's not
submit.
with another person.
But we've not done it before.
Even we trying it with
Not
another
done it
browser, it's
before.
still the same thing.
Why should
Some of
I
us
be
have
more?
done it,
Oh God.
but it's not accepting
You call
response.
yourself Gen Zs.
The matrix number ends with 045.
That is what everybody is saying, man. The magic number is the only one that is there, 045. And we are a lot
What is
on
your
this
business with
platform.
that person that has 045?
We're
Why
unable to
didn't you do
upload it,
your
man.
own?
We are unable to submit.
That's what
He's
it's
the
showing
only
there. We
one
are
that
unable.
submitted.
Is that
We
the
are
magic number?
unable to submit.
We're
You
unable
just
to
told
It
start.
says not accepting response.
But we're not able to submit.
This supposed to enter the link to do the test. Oh, God.
No, I think, sorry, good evening. The thing is that some of us already answered the question. So when we clicked on submit, it then took us to, it is no longer accepting response. So we are not trying to, okay, reopen the link, but it's still showing that same
Come
thing
and
that
do it again and
we
stop.
can't
I've removed it. Come and do it.
Sorry, ma. I think the back end from your end is set to show
I have
people
worked on it. I have removed the time limit. I
Yes.
wanted you to respond once before.
So,
But
even
now,
after you
stop
remove the time
talking and
limit, we
listen to
cannot
me.
access.
So I feel like opening my mic and I'm using that.
I have
want to say
removed the
actually,
limit. So
I'll just
go back
remove my
and
name.
do it.
You find me tired.
I think the link
Even if it's
you
up to 5
have to
she's saying
update,
it's open,
re-update
it's
it
open.
again.
Ma, what happened is that you granted editors access. It's meant to be respondent access that you need to grant. Ma. You granted editors that access, and that is why everybody can see the responses. Everybody can see who responded to the text, and it's only one person that has responded, which is the magic number they were telling you.
Hello, ma'am. Mine is showing unable to submit, and I'm feeling before that time.
I've refreshed like 50 times.
Who is it for? Or this is for
Stop question. So I want to do it.
Hello, ma. Are you in the office, ma? Maybe one of us should come and show you what it's actually showing so that you can see it from our end.
Time is fast spent, so we cannot be doing that now. Remove that limits. Because now I hope the purpose of this thing okay. So I have changed it to responder. How about now? I just want to ensure that it works. How about now? I've changed it to responder.
It's still the same thing, ma.
Mine is not working.
Still the same, nothing has happened.
Good evening, ma. So the issue with the form is that the accepting response is turned off. So you have to turn it on back.
I've actually done all of that. I keep going back and forth. And what I did was that I did a timer. And because it took time before I could go and remove the restriction, my timer was off. Here's the timer. Okay. Now the timer is fixed for 17:15, which is off again. Let me even see the response.
So, Ma, can you just generate another link?
It will take time. It will just take more time.
Ma, please just do another test so that everybody is going to
See
be
your
able to
mouth. When
answer.
you have seen all my questions.
Emma, you can
You
reset
can
the
rechange the
question
question.
now.
Generate
Ma, let
question.
people that is around
Do
school
you
help you
think
out.
it's easy to get questions? Do you think I just went online to go and do it? Anyways,
But now the time has
you
gone
know,
for
this is
you
what we are
right
going
now.
to do. This is what we are
Why?
going to do. The good thing is that we have attempted this.
Okay.
But so we don't waste our precious time again.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
are going to do something like this next week again. So this, like, I'm giving everybody notice. So it's going to be favorable to those that are not here today. So it's more or less like a notice that by next week, we should just do something like this. I'm going to do something like this again. Of course, I'm going to review all the questions because you have seen the questions. What I should have done was that to just leave it as the restriction and work till next week.
Okay, ma.
Okay, so let's just go on and use our remaining time to conclude what we have.
Ma, do you need assistance, ma? Maybe someone should show up to, assist you
Okay, maybe
setting.
next time, maybe next week, Thursday. But for now, let's just conclude. Yeah, let's just conclude what we are doing. Thank you very much. Let's see.
Baba Sunday.
So what do you think about the questions? I think they are very, very good. It's not that difficult to get. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So let me see. Okay. Okay. When you see this message when the form is closed. Please, just to not waste today's, not so that we don't waste today. Kindly go again and see if you can send your responses.
I've been trying that. I was just able to enter Zoom.
Because I've gone to accept responses now. So can you check if you can submit your responses so we don't waste it?
It is still the same thing, ma. It's not working. It's still the same thing.
Cannot do it.
Not
Ma,
accepting
cannot do it.
response.
Let's just stick to next week. Ma, let's just stick
It's
to
still
next
not
week.
working, ma.
Change the timer to maybe 7 p.m.
Sorry, choose.
The only solution now is just to generate a new link. This link
Yes.
is, I think,
Yeah, the link is
done already.
it work again, except new one is being generated.
Into keyboard. I think it's the same link, Abi. I just keep checking because I don't know when to stop. Okay, try this link again. Try this one that I just sent. Try the link.
It is still the same
Try
thing,
the
ma.
link. Eh?
The link is not working. It's still the
No,
same
we've
thing.
not seen the new link, ma. Can you resend the link to the chat
I have
box, ma?
sent it. I've sent it.
Mine is still the same thing.
Try one. I think we should just stop.
Ma,
and
please
then
resend
because
it.
of
We've
the
not
time.
seen any link on the chat box,
This
ma.
is the link now.
There is a link on the chat
Why
box.
you like this
Chat-
now?
Now.
It's not working.
This is the link. Is it
It's not
working?
working.
Is it working?
No, it
The
is
link
not.
is not working.
Ma, it's not working. No. Ma, let's just stick to next week.
Oh, the link is not on the chat box now.
Please, I hope I'm not the only one that is not seeing any link.
We plenty.
Just
So
check
go
the
back.
chat.
I have accessed that link. Listen, I have opened that link and it's
The link
working
is
for
open
me.
now. The link is open now.
It is open though. Don't waste. See, I just don't waste. I don't want to waste the fact that you guys have been on for a long time. Don't let me waste that time.
The link is open now.
So go ahead and do it.
Hey, shit. When you are done, you come.
And the good thing is we don't even know what submission will look like. I hope they will be able to submit. Oh, for those here, let me see. Let me share. See. Me. Yes. Thanks. Yeah.
Ma, the link is working, but it's not accepting response.
Hello, ma. The link is open, but it's not accepting response.
Ma, I
I'm
think it's
trying
your
to
timer.
input
Your
my
timer,
answer. It's not working, ma.
your timer is too short.
Hello, ma. Can you hear me, ma?
Hello?
Ma, I think it's your timer.
Ma, it's not working. Ma, please let the time just waste. Let's start
This
next
lady
week.
that is saying, this guy, you better be careful with what you say from now. I have seen 6 responses already. When things are, you just try to let it work and just don't be negative about things. I have removed the timer. Let us see now. We are just doing test run and it's work. Let's just see what happens. Responses. Hold on, what is your book?
Mine is not working.
Ma, it's not accepting response. He's not accepting response.
Ma, they've been telling me to click bicycle, click crosswalk. I've been doing it since.
You know what I discovered today is that a lot of you do not have, you don't even want to do it at all. And so you are not even careful with what you say and how you say it. You just want to talk, you know. Even if even if you do tests that people are put on notice, this same thing happen. But you have to be careful, you know. Everybody just want to talk. And even those that are, you know, I'm being careful what I say now. Now, I have been seeing a lot of responses. Some people have submitted. I've seen submissions. Now, the good thing is that there are some of you too that are not even good with all these things. The issue that we had earlier was the place of restriction. And I have set a timer, not knowing that I've restricted you people just to some specific people, which I went to remove. By the time I would remove it, the timer was working, you know. So now I have seen someone that said here now that they have submitted. So it's okay. Just let's keep on going with the class. For those that have submitted, I'll see what we'll do by next week. So let's just see what we can do with the remaining time that we have. Responses, okay. So like we're saying before we started the test, let's see what we can do before 6. So when we're talking about capacity, I informed and I stated the fact that recently, we now have the laws in Nigeria that says that an infant is anybody below the age of 18. So having settled that, the fact that the law recognized the law is saying that some specific people should not be involved in contract. It doesn't mean it is all contracts that they cannot be involved with. Now, amongst you now, okay, let's assume you are all in part 3 now, so you rarely see anyone below the age of 18. But assuming we have anyone, when you were in part 1, you were doing some contracts. You can buy food, you can buy clothes, you can buy necessaries. So under the law, those necessaries are said to be binding. And so when an infant buys food for consumption, such contract is valid. When an infant buys clothing that is within his means, those things are seen as necessaries. And so It is agreeable by the law and it is binding on the infant. So under those binding contracts, we have contract for necessaries and contract for beneficial, that we have beneficial contract of service. So like I said, necessaries are the food, the clothes, and all that you need for basic, that are basic, and they are there for you to survive. Without food, you cannot survive. Without clothing, you probably will not be able to, do well. You need to clothe yourself. You need to cover yourself. Those are necessaries. Now, beneficial contract of service are like you going to school, people that are in apprentice that are doing apprenticeship like tailoring, mechanics, and so on and so forth. Those are also binding on the infant, because if you want to be a useful adult, you must at the time of your infancy be involved in some form of trainings that when you become an adult, it helps you to live well. So that's why we see those things like school, apprenticeship, we see it as beneficial contract of service, and it is binding on the infant, no matter how much you have spent on it. Also, we have something that is called voidable contracts for an infant, and we have void contracts. All right, let me see going forward. Okay, here we have explained contract of service, food, necessaries, food, drinks, clothing, and shelter. For contracts, for beneficial contract of service, I have mentioned that something that would equip you to earn a good life, equipping the infant during your infancy. For voidable contracts, these are contracts in respect of which an infant acquired an interest in property. For example, shares. Now, what makes it voidable is that if an infant buys shares, all right, if an infant leases a property, or if an infant is involved in partnership, the infant can wake up tomorrow and say they are not going ahead with the contract again, and nobody can enforce it on them. And so until the infant says, I am not going ahead with this, the contract still remains valid. But immediately the infant says they are not going ahead with the contract again, that contract becomes void, becomes invalid. Also, if an infant enters into a contract, and at the point when they become 18 years, six months after they clocked 18 years, they can still go back on the contract. At that point, we call something ratification. Within the period of 18 and 18, between the period when they clocked 18 and when maybe it's 6 months after they clocked 18, they can either ratify it or relinquish it. So as an adult and as a business administrator or anyone, in your field of expertise, you need to be careful. Number one, I would always advise that it is better you should not be involved with any of these people. But if you will be involved with them, let there be an adult. All right? Let there be an adult in the whole of the contract, someone that would sign for them, someone that could stand as a shorty, someone that could stand as a referee. It could be their parents. This will make everything go smoothly. That's for voidable contracts. For void contract, there are some contracts that you should not be seen to be involved with an infant. For example, don't borrow an infant money. Do not lend them money. Do not lend an infant money. When you lend them the money, they wake up tomorrow, they say they are not giving you, you cannot do anything. You do not be involved. An infant should not be involved in business, buying and selling. And that's where we have this case of Labinjo and Abake. This case here, I think it's somewhere here. Yes, Labinjo and Abake. In this case, an infant was involved in business with an adult, and she buys things on credit, goes ahead to sell them, come back to pay. At some point, she refused. She wasn't able to pay. We wouldn't say she refused. She wasn't able to pay. And so this man sued her to court. And the court decision was that an infant, at that point, an infant was 21 years, all right? During that time of Abake, it's been a long time before the advance of the Infant Relief Act. Before that time, it was 21 years old. And the court decision then was that Abake is not liable to give the money back to Labinjo because in the first place, she was not expected to be involved in any form of contract with Labinjo. So for such contract, and also the contract of IOU, maybe an infant is working in a firm, or ordinarily they are not expected to. And so he or she signs an IOU with their employer, that will not be seen as acceptable and cannot be enforceable in law. And as any other contract that are not necessaries, such will not be acceptable in law. Now, going ahead, we also have something we call restitution by an infant. And I've been talking about the fact that when you do some things with an infant, you are involved in a business with them, they are not expected to return the money. Now, we have some circumstance, we call it restitution. The court can make them restitute what they have on them. That is if, for example, Labinjo, who sold some items to Labake, if Labake still have those things that was sold to her in her possession, the court can still allow Labinjo to take possession of those items. So in law, it is only those items that can be returned, but not the monetary. All right? So that is when restitution can come to place. In case of an insane person, contract that is made with an insane person is bound under contract, unless that insane person can prove that owing to that the person whom they have contracted with is aware that they are insane. And when I was trying to explain this thing initially, I started saying that from the point that there are times that insane people, it's not everybody that, there are times that they are in their lucid period. And some insane person, they could have a longer lucid period than the period when they will be in their insanity. So for such people, now the court can hold them responsible. If the person who had entered into that contract with them is not even aware at all that they are insane, or that they could be insane. Now, if the insane person can prove that the person whom they had entered into that contract with is aware of their insanity, at that point, the court would rule that they are not liable in that contract. The second condition is that when owing to the mental state, he did not understand, and when the other person knows. The other thing is, if it can be established that when they were entering into that contract, they were not in their right state of mind, that they were at that time insane. If they can prove it in court, then the court will count it as an invalid contract. I want to ask a question. How do you think they can prove in court that they were insane at the time of contract? How can they prove to the court that they were insane at the time of contracts? I can't hear responses and I can't see responses. Okay, let me just put this down. Okay, medical reports. Okay, thank you. Medical tests, yes, medical tests, medical reports. So, thank you very much. They use medical report, but then it goes beyond that. You know, after they must have been given medical evaluation, that is actually the main thing that the court needs. But then, after the evaluation, you will need an expert. Thank you. Witnesses, yes, and we call the witnesses expert witnesses. Someone says CCTV. Really, there are times that you see, there are times that some people are insane, but then they are still acting like, have you ever been in a vehicle with some people? And before you enter the vehicle, they were okay. But at some time during your journey, you just notice they start saying different types of things. All right? So for such people, the court will expect that the psychiatrists come to the court and come and explain all of these things. Beyond the report that the psychiatrist will give to the court, the psychiatrist will also have to come and tell the court what evaluation he has done and how he's able to derive or how he's able to conclude at the report. All right. Also, yes, the psychiatrist serves as a witness. Also, that same thing, the same thing or the same ideal or the same requirements for insane persons also obtained for drunken person. So in as much as we would advise, in as much as a drunken person is protected under the law, they are only protected to the extent to which, right, they are able to say that at that time they were not in their right sense. And people like around can give witnesses. You can have witnesses around that would say, oh, maybe the person who sold the things, the drinks to them. And the reason is that, see, when people are drunk, they do a lot of things. They say a lot of things. You know, they could say, oh, I want to sell my property. And some people make use of that, use it against them. And, you know, they could say, oh, this is my car keys. I want to sell it for I want to sell my car for 1 million naira. And some people who are so, who are selfish and who want to take advantage of their situation, they could actually transfer the money to them. And of course, they would think in their mind, but I have evidence of transferring it, you know, under that if the drunken person takes them to court, there's likelihood that the drunken person wins them in court. The next one is corporation. Who can explain to me how corporations are not capable? The capacity of corporation. Why did we say corporations, companies are not capable? Limited liability? No, that's not what I want to see. Any other person? It's a legal entity, yes. Remember, it's being a legal entity means it can do business. So under what circumstance can we say they are not capable? Because I know some people have done I can hear. Some people were answering me questions that we have not even treated. Yeah, yes, it's a legal entity. No, not when they are bank. Okay, so let me just try to reduce this because we have just 4 minutes. And if I start asking people to give me 30 more minutes, you don't want to give me. You are not very, you guys are not nice to me at times. Okay, what we mean by saying they are not capable is that, remember, for those, and a few of you would know of what I'm about to say, that when you want to incorporate a company, we have something we call the objective of the company. The objective, no, it is not. The fact they are artificial human beings is what even make them capable. But really, there are some things that they cannot do. We have something we call objective of the company. Now, the company cannot act outside of its objective. If he acts outside of his objective, we say they have acted ultra-vires. We say they have acted against their... See, it's just like... I'm trying to be careful now so that you don't misquote me. See, that thing we call objective is so important that if a company acts outside of its objective, that company can be asked to wind up. That company can be asked to go into extinction. And so, if a company acts outside, if the directors of the company act outside of the objective of the company, that will be seen as the position of contract law is that that company is incapable of doing that. And so the person, and so whatever they have done will be seen as invalid. That is, whatever the directors, you know, when we talk about Travail's doctrine, at some point, you remove the veil of incorporation. You remove the veil of incorporation. And anyway, before you even remove the veil of incorporation, the company will be seen as acting outside of its objective. And so whatever deal they enter into, being outside of its objective, so those deals will be seen as invalid with the company and the person they have traded with. Okay? With anybody that they have traded with. Oh, I'd even written ultraviolence here. Anyway, I think you understood it. We are in sync with at this point. I hope we are in sync at this point. Okay, so I'm going to do a voice note. Okay? So that's with that voice notes, I'm able to finish, but then we only have how many slides left? We only have a few slides left. But I'll see if I can do a voice note to you and you can listen to it. And maybe we can do something else next week. Is that fine? Okay. Thank you for those that didn't cooperate with me. Thank you very much. Those that cooperated, thank you. God bless you. Do have a wonderful week and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma.
God bless you, ma. God bless you.
Thank you, ma. God bless you, ma.
Good. I God bless you, ma.
Thank you, ma. The class was discussed.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma.
God bless you, ma. God bless you, ma.
Thank you, ma. Make you
God
guys
bless
see.
you, man. God bless you, man. Don't go read for another course again.
Please drop your matric number, please, in the next 2 minutes. Matric numbers, please. And your matric number should align with your phone number, with your name, anyways. So that I can take record of these things. I hope those on the YouTube can also access it.
Favor.
Could you help me get something outside? Let me come.
That's why.
Oh my god.
Hardly over my birth, Egba by marriage. My mother-in-law is Egba, who has stepped into 2026. This thing's gotta go. We will go see this house.
River, canal. Joy started our job to river, canal. River is natural, canal is man-made. Bridge, flyover. Joy started our job today. It's one of the most. Hello guys, my name is Adewumi.
If a woman ate avocado every day for 2 weeks, she would notice bigger glutes and a smaller waist. If she ate turmeric every day for 2 weeks, her inflammation would vanish and her skin would glow. If she ate blueberries every day for 2 weeks, she would see a massive reduction in breakouts. If she drank coconut water every day for 2 weeks,
only that show when the bus shine and pick a dimension way, and your do what is your dinner. You go on there for any perfume, nothing, Beijing at a t-shirt. Or not to nothing. Only go like a cash shop. The man at perfume. Oh no, man, the man at the jet. Fans no good. If we must will wait for you. If we shall my like, can my comment, can my follow, can my share, but the market, your customer, but a customer live. What's the last of you? If we so, can I saw no, can I shall like my mouth? If we can watch what do you want that okay? Every day you talk about that. I tell you, woman, what believe for what yeah,
My wine. You know who's coming? Who sees coming? Danny? I think.
I wear. Why? Gbígbé òyìnbó bàtọ́ gbé.